Put your hands in the air right now.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Deron I am a musician extraordinaire, songwriter, singer, all-around musical guy. Well, a friend of mine actually was down here at Ground Zero during 9/11, and he took a picture of the first tower, and it just blew me away, the whole picture. And I was writing a piece because I noticed that all the music and what was going on around me was not reflecting what it was like to be in New York on 9/11. So I wanted the people who desperately wanted to get here, who could not get here, to feel what it felt like to be here. And for me, it was like Christmas Eve for 2 weeks straight. Everybody was helping each other. Everybody was loving on each other. We were proud Americans. It was just a wonderful, wonderful thing going on in this city amidst this tragedy, this crisis. So it was a shock for everybody that these towers fell. But the way we dealt with it is we came together as a family, as a nation. And I wanted a song that would reflect that. My friend, he took the picture and he named it Steel, and it was still standing. So basically it was the facade of the building, of the first tower. And it was just, even though the tower had fell, there was a piece of it that didn't fall. And it reminded me so much of what it's like to grow up in New York, to be a New Yorker. Like, stuff happens to us all the time, and we just bounce back because it's just in us not to give up, to always be standing, you know, regardless of whatever situation, economic situations, family situations, everything. It's New York, and we just bounce back because it's in us just to be still standing, you know. So that's really why I wrote the song. And what was so significant is nobody expected this to happen. You know, it's like saying that the towers fell was just like an unspeakable thing. But, you know, somebody said it and somebody did something about it. And the fact that it fell, nobody believed that that was going to happen. You know, it's like, nah, nothing can happen to the towers. So the unspeakable had been spoken and the unbreakable had been broken. But in spite of all of that, we still came together as a country, as a nation. You know, and it wasn't a race thing. It was black people, white people, Chinese people, it was Arab people. Everybody just pulled together as one nation. Yeah, I wrote the song Still Standing. I wrote the music, I wrote the lyrics. I did a performance of it. We also worked with a couple of people. We worked with Allison Williams on the first version of the song. And I just wanted to have a version that everybody could enjoy without any fanfare, where you could listen to the song and you could think about, what was I doing, you know, at the time when the towers fell. I was watching TV. I was actually watching the newscast, and I was on the phone because at the time I was working at Madison Square Garden, and I was on the phone with one of the shop stewards, and she was like, turn the TV on, turn the TV on. I turned it on, and I saw the first tower burning, and then right out of the blue, I saw the second plane hit the tower. I was like, what? You know, and I was just shocked. I went and I got the kids out of the school, and I brought them home, and my middle daughter, I think she was 9 at the time. She looked at me and she said, Daddy, I'm real scared. Like, what's gonna happen? How are we gonna deal with this? And it was the first time I looked at her, and I was scared too, but I couldn't tell her that. You know, I had brought the kids to the house basically thinking, okay, all hell gonna break loose. At least if all hell break loose, we're gonna be together. You know, so I started constructing the song because I wanted it to be a catharsis where everybody could come together and have an emotional release after all this tension, you know, and that's why I wrote the unspeakable has been spoken, the unbreakable has been broken, but we're still standing, you know, because that's what it is. It's like you exhale, and I wanted a song that could go down forever that would represent New York exhaling after this grave tragedy. Well, I felt that it was good because I had known some people who worked in the restaurant Windows to the World on top, and a bunch of them, they didn't go to work that day. They didn't even know why, you know, and they rebuilt. They went on to bigger and better things. And for people, you know, who are directly affected by this, to come back to this spot and to see the significance of New Yorkers coming together, and it hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of setbacks in the construction. There's been a lot of, you know, delays, insurance, different companies against each other, workers, angry at management angry at workers. But still, in spite of that, we raised ourselves up past that, and that's why you see that tower behind us, because it's in us, to just keep on going, to keep on keeping on, like they say in the old school. If I had to remix this song, I would want Alicia Keys to sing this song, and it would be even better if it was a duet between Alicia Keys and Elton John. That would be slamming, because they could really bring out the elements of this song, because both of them have a certain sensibility, and they both play the piano like myself, but the version that I did now, I did an acoustic version of it, so that everybody could just, drift off into La La Land and think about, everything that you experienced around 9/11 and how it's changed the country, for the worse and for the better, and if we focus on that, we're gonna pop off. But Alicia Keys and Elton John are the people that I would really like to redo this song. I'm a native New Yorker. I was born in Queens, Hollis, Queens, land of LL Cool J, Run DMC, Russell Simmons. I went to PS 134. I graduated from Andrew Jackson. I'm native born. That's why this is my city. So I had to represent and write that song, and really show out, because I was listening to songs where people were saying all kind of crazy stuff. Oh, we're gonna go back over there and we're gonna get them. And I was like, no, it's not about that. It's about being a true American, embracing liberty, and embracing the liberty that other people, are aspiring to, so they could look at us and see that regardless of what happened, that they could take the next step, because we live in the greatest democracy in the world. And I really wanted this song to reflect that, you know what I'm saying, and to reflect the community that stands in New York. Anytime anything bad happened, you'll be lucky if it happened in New York, because we're going to come together, because that's what we're about. You can pick it up on any of the digital media, iTunes, LimeWire, Rhapsody, every digital media, the song is available. Also, if you want to just listen to the song, for your own good, you can go to www.the9-11song.com, and you can hear the whole song in its entirety, plus all the versions, and you can just vibe out on it. But definitely download that on iTunes, download that on LimeWire, because I get paid off of that. You feel me? I want to thank all the fans that I've accumulated who love the song, because I loved making it. I appreciate all the vibe, all the love that you've been sending me, and I send it right back to you. And we're just going to keep on evolving. Bigger and better things coming. And I just thank you for liking my music and for showing me love. I appreciate it. Now, I'm a musician who drive cab. And that's what I tell people. I drive yellow cab. New York City yellow cab taxi driver and musician. So the cab is my vehicle of making my dream come true. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a born and bred musician. My father was a jazz pianist. He used to hang out at Minton's Playhouse on 118th Street. He grew up in Harlem. He was born in Galveston, Texas, and moved over here. And my mom, that was her stomping ground, Harlem. Even though I was raised in Queens, my parents' stomping ground was Harlem. So that's how they met each other. And currently I live uptown on 147th Street. And all my kids was born at home. I am the creator of Still Standing. And I really thank you for the love. I hope you enjoy the new version, the acoustic version of the song. Continue to download it and send me, feedback when you go to www.the9-11song.com. Send me some feedback, and then we can correspond. And if there's any tragedy or anything like that you want to vibe with me on, you just let me know. Because I always invite new ideas. And I love making music. I was born to do this. That's why I'm doing it.